Hello, everyone. Surprise. Well, not a big surprise. Hey, AJ. Hey, Peter. Yeah, I said Friday. I was going to try to do a midweek live stream, assuming that I wasn't going to be able to work on a response video of some kind this week, as I predicted correctly. So, I almost had something sidetrack me again. I've been trying to do a midweek live stream for several weeks now. But anyway, I'm free now. I can do it. So we'll see how this all goes. I know this is a weird time. That's why I thought it'd be cool to do it at a weird time on a. I don't remember the last time I live streamed on a Tuesday. I don't remember the last time I live streamed on a non-Friday. So I'm hoping that we might be able to get some different people who are busy during my normal live stream times. I know a lot of people in Europe are completely asleep by the time I start my live streams on Friday nights. So hopefully, if you're in Europe, you can still watch this. It might be a little late, but it won't be like obscenely late like it is when I do my Friday live stream, since I'm coming on approximately two and a half hours earlier than normal. So yeah, we'll see if anyone shows up or not. If not, it'll just be like a members only kind of live stream, I guess. So we'll see what happens. I have no real big expectations other than just to experiment and just find out how an unplanned live stream works for me now in 2026, since I've been so regimented with Friday live streams. So cool, Peter. Yeah, stay as long or as little as you can. I told you this is like a surprise, an experiment. And I can't guarantee I'll have a big crowd of people or anything like that, like on Fridays. Oh, thanks, AJ. I went to the gym today. This is the last Tuesday I can go to my gym. It's closing on Monday, so I just got back, washed my hair, and yeah, that's often on Fridays when I do the live streams. I go to the gym, get back, wash my hair. But other days I've slept on it. It's all messed up. It gets curly and stuff like that. So I'll put the baseball hat on. So anyway, yeah, Angie, she's working on something out there. I forgot what she was doing exactly. Yeah, we're always busy doing something or another. One thing we're working on too is a new song. We're recording the past couple days her vocals for a new song, and then mixing the vocals in. And after I get done with this live stream, I'll probably get back into that too, because yeah, it's coming together really cool. But yeah, I'm not sure what she's doing right now exactly. But anyway, I see we have 12 people watching right now, 14 people watching right now, and I only see 2 of you guys chatting with me. So say hello, say something, or else I won't be as motivated to stick around and or to even just do these off day live streams for me, because you guys know Friday is my main live stream day, Friday 6 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, show some support, hit like, or just chat with us here to let me know that you're watching, and that it's worthwhile for us all to hang out and do off day live streams, midweek live streams. Hey, Cyclops, thanks for saying hello. It's good to know I got some real viewers out here on a non-Friday day. And Peter Kropotkin, gym routine. My gym routine is very basic. If we're talking about like weight training and stuff like that, resistance training, I have my own setup here in my garage. It's not always ideal. Like on a hot day like today, it sucks out there. Hey, Flatlander Montgomery, how's it going? But what I use the gym for is specifically for the basketball court. So I have different ways of working out on the basketball court. I do like my own one dude, just by myself workouts. If there's guys there, I'll play games and stuff like that. Today there's no one there. I just worked out for myself for about 50 minutes on the court, and then I ran for 1.5 miles around the basketball court too. So that was my routine for today, and it was a zone 2 run. I'm just trying to get grooved into zone 2 running more. Hey, Marcos. Vegan for life, awesome, cool. We won't have to make a "Why I'm no longer vegan" video about you, right? Awesome response video. Good to know. Good. I'm just joking about that, but thanks. So that's what I basically use the gym for. It's for the basketball courts. Unfortunately, I've been discovering, because my gym is shutting down, there's a national trend to close the basketball courts and gyms. They're just like a high burden. It's like a lot of maintenance. Things break. Resanding the floors. Fights can sometimes happen on the basketball court, which doesn't seem to happen, like say in the weightlifting area or the spin cycle area or something like that. So yeah, it's a trend, and my gym is the next fatality in that trend to not have basketball courts anymore. But anyway, there's some other gyms around that have them still. I'll keep going to them as long as they keep those courts open. But I have a sneaking suspicion that in 5-10 years time I'll be out of a sport, even maybe before then. I mean, I won't have a place to play indoors. Unless maybe I want to pay like $200 a month or something like that at some places. I don't know if that's like worthwhile for me. Hey, visions from the sepulcher. Yeah. Rest in peace, the basketball courts. Yeah, it's just a trend happening. I just thought God was mean to me, but no, it's been happening for a few years already. And they find that they can use the basketball courts as another profit center. You know, it's like they can have like private training in there or whatever. It's just another way to make more money. They can have a new kind of like maybe those what are those what's that crazy style of lifting that you see people using bad form, they're getting hurt, like CrossFit, stuff like that. They could do something else there that's going to attract more people. Hey, Charles from Delaware, awesome. This is why I'm doing this live stream right now, because I wanted to get people who can't not make it when I do my normal Friday live streams at 6 p.m. Pacific. So I've been trying to break away and get a midweek live stream for months now, or at least a few weeks, and I've always had something screw that up. So I wasn't going to let that happen to me today. So cool, I'm glad you guys can be here today. So Delaware, awesome. Am I a fan of matcha? Asked Typhoon. No, I don't really drink too many things that aren't water. I guess I'm kind of boring. Matcha's like a tea, right? I don't drink teas. I'll drink some like decaf coffees when I go out with my wife. A little wine, sometimes like, you know, special fine wines. But yeah, we're not, I'm not a big tea person. It's not that I'm against tea or matcha. I mean, when I go out to a Chinese restaurant, I'll pour some of the tea that comes with it and all. But yeah, when I go out, I'm saying when I go out to a restaurant or a cafe or a store, I'm not like buying tea. But anyway, a good question. Yeah, we're here on a Tuesday, Carmichael. Awesome. I hope not too, Peter. We don't need any global pandemics, man. No more. Yeah, some new names today, huh? AJ, that's working out for me. That was my goal. So anyone else new watching right now, just say hello. Make sure we know you're here. Remember, we're a chill bunch of vegans here. We're not those level 5,000 vegans that think we're way better than other people or other vegans who don't do it as perfectly as us or anything like that. We're just just a regular dude. I'm a music producer, trying to stay fit in my old age, and I'm very passionate about veganism. So I'm just a regular dude. I'm not some like level 5,000 a-hole vegan or anything like that. Oh, basketball outdoors, Peter. No, the way I play and my body, I'm too old. That's basically, I'm just a little too old to really thrive on an outdoor court. I mean, the way I play, I'd really have to adjust it. I don't think I can. I'm diving for balls, I fall and stuff like that. It's way more rough on a rough court like that. And the hardness of the concrete or cement or whatever it is, it's way tougher on the joints. So yeah, my body needs the forgivingness of a wood court indoors. I've never shot well outdoors too. I can't adjust to the wind direction or something like that. I know other people can, but they're usually younger than me and have way more experience. I don't. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I could go and have some fun on an outdoor court. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'd never play on an outdoor court, but to play weekly, twice a week, playing games, doing my workouts outdoors, that's going to be tough. So I don't think that's going to happen. Hey, Vegan Soar and Fu Man Poo, how's it going from Slovakia? Is that the former Czechoslovakia area? You have to educate me here. AJ, don't lie. I'm the vegan cult leader. Oh, I am the vegan cult leader. I can't lie. You caught me. I can't lie. People say veganism is a cult. We always laugh at them and go, how stupid. But, we're all lying because we all know it's really a cult. And, I'm confessing I've been the cult leader all this time. It's a thankless job, but, it's cool. I don't mind. Someone's got to do it. So I do that. Music producer as well as the vegan cult leader. Let's see, Heidi, wearing your shirt, Heidi. I was wondering if you're gonna show up tonight, because this is an unplanned. Well, for me, it was kind of planned. I told you last Friday I was hoping to do a midweek live stream around Tuesday. I was hoping to do it earlier than my normal time, and I was successful about 2.5 hours earlier. It doesn't seem like much, but that could be the difference between people in Slovakia and the UK, like Peter Kropitin. I remember you, Peter K, we'll call you. I remember, yeah, it's a little late in the UK, but when I come on my normal Friday nights, it's really late in Europe. So just people have been partying all night or have insomnia or watching us. And I feel guilty that you should be asleep or something like that. So I think now is still an honest time for Europeans to be up and watching this live stream. So yeah, just in case you're not familiar, because you don't watch on the regular Friday live streams, this is the place we get together and talk about any and all things vegan. So if you're vegan or plant-based or even vegetarian or just thinking about going vegan and you're here with good intentions and good faith, this is a great place for you, because you got me, you got all the people in the chat who have been vegan, some longer than I have. I've been vegan since 2010. So there's a lot of wisdom, combined wisdom here too. And we're evidence-based. We're not going to give you some woo-woo thing and tell you need to stare at the sun and give up all cooked food and drink urine, yours or someone else's. Neither one. We're not going to make any suggestions like that. We're evidence-based people here. And we're chill. We're cool. We're not those level 5,000 vegan a-holes that like look down on other vegans because they're not doing it right. They have the wrong definition, or they don't do enough whatever that they think I should be doing or you should be doing. We're not like that. Hey, if you're here because, you're against animal cruelty and exploitation, that's all I am concerned about. There's no right or wrong way to be against animal cruelty and exploitation, other than not being against animal cruelty and exploitation. As long as you're against that, you're putting practices in your life to not participate in animal cruelty and exploitation, you're not consuming animal products, you're vegan. Hey, Kate J, long-term vegan, awesome, yeah. Denmark, awesome, yes, awesome. I love Denmark, by the way. I went there once in 1989 and fell in love with Copenhagen. Such a beautiful city. And I've had all these weird fantasies of somehow moving to Copenhagen. But I don't think that's going to happen, though. But yeah, cool. I'm glad we got a Danish person in the live stream chat right now. Awesome. Hey, Michael. Surprise. I told you I was going to try to surprise you guys with a midweek live stream today, just because I'm not going to be able to get up, I don't think still, unless something weird happens. I'm super busy this week. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up a regular kind of one of my response videos like I did last week. Responded to Dr. Barry saying that oatmeal is going to kill you or it's unhealthy or whatever shit he was saying. I don't have time for that this week because it actually takes a lot of time. It takes about maybe at least 2-3 hours to pre-produce the show, I just don't make shit up like these guys do. I actually research things. I make sure what I say is factually correct, evidence-based. It takes time to do all this. And I construct my argument. I construct the flow of how I'm going to say things, what visuals I'm going to use. It takes a while to pre-produce. Like I said, at least 2-3 hours to just to do the research, think it through. It's a lot. And then to record it is another couple hours. And then to edit, I'm not complaining, I'm just giving you behind the scenes. And then to edit is my editing doesn't take that long because I kind of record and throw it into my editor program at the same time, Final Cut Pro. So my editing usually doesn't take much more than an hour, but then you still got to make a thumbnail, you got to write show description. So when all's said and done, it's about maybe 6 to 8 hours of work, which isn't a lot, but if you're busy, that's a lot of time to spread out over a few days. So I figure I'll just do a live stream today, put in how long you guys want to hang with me, an hour and a half or two. And, that's this week, next week, hopefully I'll have more time to do a regular live stream. What's that, Kate? Denmark is a nice country for humans, but not animals, sadly. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know the sausage is big out there, whatever, cut pig innards. But, no country is really good. United States isn't good. Asia is definitely, they hang dead animal bodies in the store fronts in Chinatown, the butcher shops there. So, France has butcher shops too, still So, anyway, hey, Spock. You like that I do my research? Yes, I've always prided myself on when I present information, it's based in evidence or fact and logic, sound reasoning. So thank you. Unlike some of these people who are just out to make a profit. Yeah, we don't make much money here at Happy Healthy Vegan, but that's not why I got into it. I said, I never thought, I'm against animal cruelty and exploitation. Let me do some kind of grift on the animals and then try to profit on it or something like that. So anyway, I'm not saying any vegans do that or anything. I'm thinking more of these meat people that I respond to. You can just tell 90% of these people I'm responding to are some kind of grifters. They say stuff that's completely wrong, completely outrageous, but attracts a certain kind of person. and then they sell you their crap, their coaching, their supplements, which is weird when they say the vegan diet's so horrible, you got to take all these supplements, but these meat eater people strangely sell all these supplements too. So it's just such hypocrites, you know. So if you see people being hypocritical, that should be a big red flag for you. Hey, AJ, it's a full day's work to make a video. I guess I could do all that stuff in 1 8-hour day or something like that. But I tell you, one day I'll just do the pre-production for like 2-3 hours. Then I'll film the next day. And then the next day I'll edit and upload. So it spreads out over 3 days. That, you know, about 6 to 8 hours of work. At least 6 around. It's in that average between 6 and 8 hours of work for a video. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you. My time budget for this week doesn't really allow for it as easily as other weeks do. So, and plus, I really like doing live streams. You know, making a response video is cool. I like doing it because I like doing the research. I like constructing my arguments. I like, you know, presenting an extremely strong evidence-based and logic-based, critical thinking-based case for what I'm trying to say and respond to. So I like that. That's fun, but doing live streams is just fun. I like chatting and hanging out with people. Doing the response videos, it's a very solo, lonely affair, you know? So it's all good. It's all, you know, you balance it out. Wow, Heidi, you follow a cute Asian dermatologist on YouTube, and he just made a short with blood soup and some kind of meat. See, people just, yeah, it's funny. Like, you know, just people just, you know, just don't even think about it. You know, just animal cruelty and exploitation are just such a part of normal people, you know, just regular culture. You know, they don't even think how weird it is to like just have animals like, you know, basically, you know, exploited their entire lives and cruelly have their lives shortly, abruptly ended so you can have some product or whatever. It's some food. It's funny how people don't think about that. They love their own animals, their own pets, yet they'll just, as soon as they're petting the dog, get done petting their dog, they'll go eat a hamburger or something. They don't make the connection. Beta-glucans. Yeah, that's from my last video. Let's see, Peter, exactly. Like Paul Saladino. Yeah, I see him as one of the great grifters in the vegan health space, or for lack of a better term. Yeah, he says protein bars are horrible for your health, except for his protein bars. He is the only person in the whole world that has figured out the secret how to make a protein bar that is not bad for you. Everyone else, all the other humans have tried and they have failed, but Paul Saladino is the singular genius of our current generation of produce bar makers. He alone, one man alone, does this sound like a movie trailer? Has figured out how to make a good protein bar. It just so happens he sells it. So weird. Cool, XXD. Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying this live stream. That's again why I want to do a midweek live stream at an earlier time, to try to get more people who are just unable to attend my normal Friday live streams. So now that I know I can just come on kind of randomly midweek, you know, I already have like, you know, 30 odd people on right now. Usually I have about 40, 50, sometimes 60 of recent times. You know, now I know I can come on. Hey, Chain All Noirs. Hey bro, this time we both win. You dumb man, you still run? I ran today. I was talking about earlier, I went to the gym today. That's why my hair's all down, not in a baseball cap or anything. I just washed it. Yeah, I worked out on the basketball court by myself, doing my drills and workouts on the court for about 50 minutes. I think it was like 48, but rounded up to 50. And then when I got done with that, I ran around the court for, I think it was 1.5 miles. I should look at my stats here, but I'm pretty sure it was 1.5 miles I ran around the court. So I haven't done it much outdoor running, but this is good for me. It was like, you know, a zone 2 run. And it didn't take long to get into zone 2 because I was already, you know, my body was already like, you know, working out, you know, from the basketball workout. So maybe, you know, heart rate was up already. I didn't start from like, you know, nothing. So yeah, I'm still running. But thanks for the super chat tip there. Chain All Noirs. I'm not sure what your name means there, but it's cool. Anyway, blood soup, yeah, baby, yeah, food, yeah, I know, exactly. Okay, Kate over in Denmark said, we had an election and a lot of focus was on the pig industry and welfare. Interesting, huh? Did anything productive happen, like good for the animals, I'm wondering? Yeah, vegan. I'm sorry, Visions from the Sepulchre. Yeah, vegans die, right? Vegan diet bad because of supplements. But hey, the meat eaters say, hey, but my supplements are saying made from the pure fear extracted from sentient non-human animals. Yeah, Kate, you're saying that Danes, even though they eat all the hot dogs and stuff like that, they're people with, like me and you, like just feelings. Any person with that's not like completely like sociopathic will have a negative emotional reaction when if they were to see like a pig getting slaughtered and have its guts ripped out and processed. It happens all that happens behind closed doors. So people are conveniently not being exposed to that and don't have to think about how their food is made, where it comes from, how these innocent animals, and people generally love animals, right? Like I said, unless you're like inherently sociopathic or something, people generally like animals, but they just have it compartmentalized in their minds. Like, oh, there's the animals that I play with and stuff, and then the ones that I don't see. And that's really convenient for me because if I actually saw what was happening to them, I'd have the same feelings that I have for the animals that I play with. Oh, okay. So, Peter, you sent me a short from another video from Ken Berry. I don't know if I can make back-to-back Ken Berry videos, even though it's tempting. Saying that beef, let me try to read it. Saying beef is way better for you than strawberries. But he thinks that you should just eat one food, like never eat anything but strawberries. What? Is he comparing like a mono diet of meat to a mono diet of strawberries? Well, that's comparing shit with shit, even though one is vegan, the strawberries. Like, I'm sorry, F mono dieting? Like, that's not a vegan diet. Like, if you're eating just strawberries, it's technically vegan, but it has nothing to do with animal cruelty and exploitation. The animals aren't being saved more or better because you're eating just strawberries or something like that. If you're going to be vegan, yeah, do it for the animals, but you should also do it in a responsible way. Oops, my bad here. My bad. You should do it in a responsible way, meaning like, say, instead of thinking that you're some kind of super genius and you figure out like the animals would be served better, you like fewer animals would be killed if you ate strawberries, which is not the case. No, you got to protect yourself too. Just eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet, the kinds that health organizations recommend. So yeah, do it for the animals, but don't totally ignore yourself too and eat shit, like just strawberries or something like that. Yeah, eat a balanced, sensible, plant-based diet as health organizations recommend, which is why I recommend it. If some vegan were to say, hey, eat only strawberries or eat only uncooked food because steamed broccoli is going to kill you. Well, I would ask you, where's the science on that? Where are the health organizations saying, yeah, never eat steamed broccoli or any steamed or cooked food because you're going to die or grow a third brain or something like that, because that science doesn't exist. So anyway, cool. I'm glad there's so many people heard it. I was really afraid not afraid, but concerned, I should say, that, since I was coming on unannounced, I'll launch the thumbnail for my live stream about 3 hours before I come on Friday, so people have a chance to know. And plus, everyone knows I come on at Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I just came on just right on, I just hit go on YouTube live right now, and just didn't mess around. So I'm glad people are still coming. What time is it right now in California? Like 9 a.m.? No, it's 3:45 p.m. now, Travis. So anyway, what's that, Visions? You said a carnivore friend. I must have been Heidi said that. I went to the farmer's market today and they had the smallest basket of strawberries for $6 for like 10 in there. I went to my farmer's market last Sunday too. The first time I've been in a year, because strawberries were in season. I spent like $25 on them. Sadly, they weren't as good as the strawberries I got at the supermarket at Sprouts. Those were better. So I don't think I'm gonna go to farmer's market again next week. Just way more expensive, and it's just super crowded. The parking is insane at the one that we have now. So anyway, you see what Visions is saying. A carnivore friend of his or hers would flip their wig if someone kicked a dog near them, then head over to Panda Express and order the actual orange chicken. See, that's what I'm saying. People have some kind of cognitive dissonance, some major philosophical and ethical moral inconsistency on how they view animal cruelty. If you see a dog or animal get kicked or treated cruelly, yeah, they're all about that. They're on top of that. yeah, you'll go eat the products of animal cruelty without thinking about all the animal cruelty that happened for them to eat the orange chicken at Panda Express. So yeah, it's weird how people can do that, but I can relate. I did that for the first like 40 odd years of my life, I guess. So I'm not saying I'm better than them, but at least I understand what's going on. I've been on both sides, and I can see how people just don't want to think about that. Kenberry believed that you don't need any fiber. Really? Let's see. Let's fact check that, Peter. Let's just go look right now. Are there any health organizations? Are there any health organizations saying people don't need any fiber in their diets? Let's see. No. No major health or nutrition organization advises that humans do not need fiber. In fact, organizations like the American Heart Association, USDA dietary guidelines, well, it's all recommend fiber. It's like, it's funny how it's, again, like Pal Saladino said, no one can make a protein bar except him. He's the only guy in the whole world in the history of humankind that has figured out how to make a good protein bar. He's singular. He stands alone. Same with Dr. Berry. Somehow this untrained, he's not a scientist, he's not a published researcher, he's a rural country doctor, yet he thinks he knows better than the American Heart Association, USDA dietary guidelines for Americans that classify fiber as a nutrient of concern because, like, what was it, like 80 or 90% of Americans are deficient in fiber, and fiber is important for so many bodily functions for you to remain healthy. It's weird. That's classic grifter crap there to say, hey, screw what the actual experts and health organizations say. I have figured out I stand alone. One man alone has figured out the secret to everything, and come to me because I am the giver of truth. It's just grifter nonsense. And yeah, who was it to point out earlier? I don't do that kind of thing, but hey, I'm not going to get rich being a grifter, but at least I can sleep better at night knowing that what I'm doing is actually ethical, moral, and there's no deception or trying to like grift or anything like that. Yeah, going back to people's cognitive dissonance about their meats, what are you saying there, AJ? Unfortunately, food and appetite have deep instinctual roots. Carnist fears about going without probably kick in when they hear the word vegan. There's nothing to really go without, actually. You know that, AJ, right? I mean, we eat food. We eat good, delicious food that's filling. Yeah, you can construct a vegan diet that leaves you hungry and wanting more, but I'm not about that. I eat a bunch of food, and I feel full and great when I'm done eating. And if you really need meat in your life or burgers, well, thank goodness it's 2026. There's so many different kinds of vegan products and fake meat or whatever you need. They're out there. Fake eggs, fake mayonnaise. It's all out there, Fake ice cream. You can get Ben & Jerry's, dairy-free. Cherry Garcia. That was one thing I told you guys a long time ago when I went vegan. I was bummed. Wow, I can't eat vegan. I can't eat Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia again. Damn, that sucks. Well, no, it doesn't suck. I can walk down to my market in 5 minutes, grab a little pint of that stuff. So it doesn't suck being vegan. What sucks is having excuses that are not based in reality for not being vegan. Say, hey, if we could just overcome these hurdles, I would go vegan. Well, these hurdles have been overcome and have been overcome for a long time. So once you point that out, then they'll throw some other excuse. Well, hey, what about the first excuse you gave? Can we acknowledge that that's not a valid excuse? That's not a problem. But anyway, let's see what's going on. The fake vegan says, your name's Natasha. Are you real vegan or a fake vegan, Natasha? And Parth, your world is collapsing in front of you. Yeah, what is wrong, Parth? Me and AJ want to know. Peter says, Ryan, what you can do as a YouTuber, as some people do, is they make live response videos. That way you don't have to worry about editing. And they just put it up. Live response videos? Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. But then... I see. There's trade-offs and sacrifices. What you gain is it's quick, but what you lose is I like to do all my research which you can do your research before a live response video, but I like to organize my research in the most just bulletproof, fact-based, evidence-based, logic-based way I possibly can. I want to construct the strongest, best argument, like bulletproof as possible. And if you're doing it live, it's going to be a little more loosey-goosey. So that's why I don't do those. I've done it a couple times and it's tough. Maybe my brain isn't wired that way.
Thanks for the tip.
I think my best thinking is in non-real time, like live streams real time. I like to think things through slowly in my own time and put my arguments together. Dr. Chain, thanks for the super chat tip there. Am I still on high carb, low fat? Are you on the simple sugars in the mornings and starches later in the day like many high carb, low fat vegans? Do you avoid sugar at all? A lot of stuff there. I'm not a person who avoids sugar. I'm not a person who seeks out sugar. I don't even know if we own... Oh, I saw it. And Angie, for her oatmeal, we put in some brown sugar. So we own a little bit of sugar here, but we don't use sugar all that much. Am I still high carb, low fat? Well, yes and no. It's not like a conscious thing. Like I'm thinking, ooh, I gotta like minimize fats and stay high carb. If you're vegan, odds are you're automatically high carb, low fat because plants are naturally higher in carbohydrate content than like, meat and animal products, stuff like that. So if you eat plants, you're naturally high carb and eat tons of plants. And I love my high carbohydrate foods. Like I went to the gym today, got back, had my banana and berry smoothie, fully hardcore high carb, and Angie made us for tonight. It's in the refrigerator, like a guacamole, avocados. Fat, I'm not afraid of that either. Those are great healthy fats for you. So I just eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet, the kind that's recommended by not this. 1 second, guys. I'm missing my little cue points here. I did it wrong again? Oh no, I did it wrong again. Huh. Interesting. There we go. I didn't do it wrong. The kind of diet that's recommended by health organizations around the world. And none of them say, hey, get a certain percentage of your macronutrients from carbs, or don't go above a certain percentage for your fats or anything like that. But yeah, I eat a naturally high carb low diet. I love my fruits. I love bananas. I love potatoes. But yeah, I tend to eat the starches later on in the day, but sometimes we'll have them with breakfast. We'll make like a tofu scramble, and I'll cook up some potatoes with it too. I'm all over the place. But yeah, I love high carbohydrate foods. Not afraid of them one bit. So good question there. Let's see. Parth, let's see what's going on with your world collapsing there. Parth, what'd you say? No, just that today is not Friday. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like all like pigs are flying, right? Because I'm live streaming on a non-Friday. But if you attended Friday, Parth, I'm not sure if you were there or not the whole time. But I said I was probably going to try. I was going to try. Let me back up. I didn't think this week I had the time to work on a full video, like a response video. So in lieu of that, I thought I'd do something cool and do a midweek live stream to get people who are asleep when I'm doing my later live streams on Friday, or people who are busy during then. So yeah, just an experiment and try to establish a slightly more regular midweek live stream presence. Instead of doing it once every year or two, like I have been, I guess. Do it a little more frequently. So that's the plan. I tell you, I like doing live streams. I like hanging out with you guys. So yeah, if my Friday people can make it, awesome. If you can't, fine too. This is just an experiment to do live streams a little more frequently, and again to allow people who can't make the Friday live streams to participate in an actual live stream rather than watching it on demand after the fact, which is cool too, but there's nothing like being there here in the moment, as it's all happening. Hey, Juan, yeah, I agree. Olives, avocado, chia pudding, yummy healthy fats. There's a local... two local Italian restaurants here. One's vegan, the other one's not. And the non-vegan one, yeah, we went there a few weeks ago for like a little snack. They have this, we ordered a side of olives and olive oil. It's great, extra virgin olive oil. A lot of people are scared of that from the high carb, low fat influencers from like the early or mid 2010s. But it's not a bad food for you. I mean, it's calorically dense, so you got to watch out for that if you're flirting with like being overweight or something like that. But it's got healthy fats in there that as my cardiologist that I was meeting with a few years ago told me, yeah, I mean, it lowers your LDL cholesterol. And I checked the research. Yeah, there's a clear connection between extra virgin olive oil and lowering your cholesterol a modest bit. Kind of like how oatmeal can lower your cholesterol by 5 to 8%. Same thing with olive oil, something like that. And all those things add up. And that's what's so bad about Dr. Barry's videos. Oh, it's like a 5 or 8% reduction in LDL is not that much. But that's just one thing. That's just eating oatmeal. Say you combine that with olive oil. Say you combine that with Brazil nuts, which I started too. I'm going to start this monthly thing now of eating Brazil nuts, 4 Brazil nuts once a month, as Dr. Greger and the science have talked about. Hey, AJ, thanks for the bi-weekly vegan cult news. Thanks, AJ. You don't have to do that. Just come on Fridays and do it. But thanks so much. Appreciate it. And we haven't had a chance to get out to a dinner yet. So, yeah, hopefully one day soon we'll check out that new Italian place. I'm so excited. We're so lucky here. We have so many good places that have really good, authentic Italian food and Italian wines and stuff like that. So it's cool. So thanks, AJ. Angie and I need to treat ourselves to a little fun. Wow, Heidi, you're on a subway train and it started smoking on the inside? It's burning up? That sounds horrible. Hope you're okay. Well, you must be okay. That sounds horrible. Yeah, Peter, you hardly ever watch the live streams after the fact because you just can't respond to what I'm saying. You can leave a comment, but that's not quite the same. You like sunflower butter, Carmichael? Huh? Haven't had that. Oh, Parth. Yeah, I know about the risk of Brazil nuts, high selenium content. But if you have 4 Brazil nuts once a month, that's not gonna give you toxic levels of selenium or something like that. I think you eat maybe 1 or half of a Brazil nut a day. You're still okay, roughly. I'm not a doctor, fact check that, but 4 once a month. That's what the limited science. There's limited research on it, but that was their approximate dose that they gave the people in the studies. That's what the online resources like say Dr. Greger and others that have read the studies recommend. 3 a month. Okay, yeah, 3 a month sounds reasonable. No, 4. No, I'm just doing 4 a month. 3 a month is not what the science went for. I'm going to do 3. And I did a quick Googling. I was going, should I get the roasted or raw ones? I said, no, the science said they're using the raw ones. Okay, I'll get the raw ones. But I just want to do what the science are saying. But yeah, AJ, they're so yummy. You want to eat more than the 4, right? So I know what you're saying. It's too bad they have so much selenium because they're delicious, but they're super expensive. I'm tripping out. I was at the market. I saw maybe $17 a pound, but I got 6 nuts because I wanted to start my eating 4. I don't know why I got an extra 2. I gave them to Angie. It was like 50 cents or something like that, like the cheapest drug on the planet, even though it's expensive. But I don't know what are people doing buying a pound or half a pound of Brazil nuts? That sounds like a lot. It sounds delicious, but kind of dangerous. What's that, Cat? Jay, you've gained more weight as a vegan from being very underweight, so you look healthy now. Oh, is someone saying that vegans are skinny or something like that? Let me scroll up. Are you talking to a dude here named Will? Let me scroll up. Let me know. Is there someone here dissing vegans or something like that? If so, make yourself known. Say it aloud to me. I'm looking to see if there's some dude here saying that. Huh? Not seeing this person if they exist. So anyway, you're a fluffy vegan. Yeah, vegans come in all sizes. You can't win as a vegan because you hear the anti-vegans say, "Oh, vegans look all super emaciated and they don't get enough food." Then you have the other ones that vegans are overweight. Which is it? You just try to pick something you don't like and stick that on vegans. We come in all shapes and sizes. Yeah, you can. There's nothing inherent about eating a vegan diet and being large or underweight or even perfect body weight. We come in all sizes. It has a lot to do with genetics, lifestyle factors, how you work out, age. There's so many variables than just what is your diet. What's Schrodinger's vegan? I haven't heard that one. Visions, just we're in this indeterminate state. We could be anything. We could be obese. We could be emaciated. Just whatever they want to pick. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you know what? I don't think I've seen everyone's chat. Let me refresh this. I think I see what's going on. Okay. All right, let me try this again now. I was doing top chat, not live chat. So yeah, the chat feed is a little different. I forgot to do that today. So let me see if there's any stuff I'm mixing up here. Hey, Muthuleon, glad you can make it today. That's good, Kat. Vegan food just made you more happy with food overall, and you learn to cook better. See, yeah, there's nothing like about being vegan that makes you like have to eat crappy, undelicious foods or something like that. Okay, I'm still not seeing some of the people that I see you guys responding to, which is weird, huh? Okay, Carmichael asked a weird question. Does your house have heat? Like, do you ever need to put the heater on in the winter? Oh yeah, this system in here, I have the air conditioning on right now. It does heat and cooling. That said, this winter was one of the warmest winters I remember. It was hot, and so I didn't really need to put it on all that much. So yeah, the heat. But when it gets cold, it gets cold. It just didn't happen that much. But yeah, it does get cold. And I mean, it's all relative, but I mean, cold enough where you're putting on, you're not hanging out in t-shirts and shorts or anything like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, underweight and malnourished at the same time. Like that's your Schrodinger thing there. I get it now. But yeah, so I thought you were doing something like that. How cold does it possibly go to in California? Well, it rarely drops below freezing. Like in the winter time, night times, or like warm winter evenings, the highs are in the 50s, Fahrenheit, and when it's colder, where I live at, because I live by the ocean, and the ocean has, the ocean water acts as a moderating effect, meaning the ocean water doesn't drop below like 55, 54 degrees. So it doesn't allow us to get as cold by the coast as it does like say 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 miles inland or by the mountains or something like that. So yeah, on a cold night here by the coast, in the 40s, occasionally in the 30s. So that's it for here. I mean, yeah, I'm sure where you guys live at it gets colder than that, but that's still uncomfortable. Like it doesn't feel great to hang out when it's like 42 degrees and stuff. You got to put some clothes on or turn the heater on. Cashews and pistachios are your weakness. Oh, I don't think those are bad foods for you necessarily. I thought cashews are a little high in saturated fat. Yeah, I haven't looked at the science on those or anything like that. But yeah, as far as I understand, even nuts and seeds like that, even if they're not the greatest for you in large amounts, usually in small amounts, they're fine for you. They're part of a balanced, healthy diet. But yeah, look it up. Ask a nutritionist or something like that. That's just how I understand things. Have I experienced single digit temperatures? No, even when I've been to like say Chicago during like New Year's Eve time, I've been out there around post Christmas, and it never dropped to single digits. I think the coldest it ever got to me in there was low 20s or upper teens or something like that. That was pretty cold, but I never experienced single digit or sub-zero temperatures, and I don't plan to be anywhere where it's going to be that cold. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Even when it's 40s, yeah, you gotta have the heat on. Your house shouldn't feel like nice and comfortable unless you have some amazing insulation, which my house doesn't. It's 100 years old. It's crap insulation. It's very porous. The air comes in and out really easily. So yeah, we need some help when it gets cold. When was the last time I experienced snow? I don't know, maybe like the year 2000 when I was up in the mountains in the wintertime. That was probably it. I'm not a skier or a snowboarder or something like that, so I don't go out and seek out snow, which you have to. It doesn't snow here on the sea level areas. You have to here, you need to go to higher elevations, typically above like 5,000 feet in the wintertime, and not even all winter, just after a storm, and maybe it lingers for a few weeks. That sounds good, AJ. You made a basil cashew cream for pasta with cashews. That sounds great. Angie made something like that for us a few nights ago. She's got like 3 new, like Italian kind of based recipes she started for us. A couple are a fusion of like Italian and Asian, like pasta with some like Asian sauce on it that works out really well. But anyway, we're having a kind of renaissance and like discovering more ways to like enjoy like pastas. Wow, you had snow as recently as a month ago, Kat? Wow, it's wild. Let's see. Let's see. Do I want to experience a nice hot cup of coffee on a cold, snowy day? Well, I've never been somewhere on a snowy day where I'm going to get coffee. I mean, not in recent times or anything like that. So, let's see. Reading the comments here. If I look lost, I'm looking at you guys here. It's funny. I see some of you guys talking to people I haven't seen. Hey, Navia420. Rick Rubin tofu with brown gravy sauce. Yes, yeah, the Rick Rubin special. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you guys remember when he was on Joe Rogan talking about how horrible it was for her to be a vegan. That was some dish he had at a restaurant. Angie went and made that for us. She calls it the Rick Rubin special. I kind of miss it because that sauce, that horrible brown sauce that Rick Rubin was bagging on. Yeah, Angie makes a really delicious one. And it doesn't have to be gluten sauce. I mean, there's nothing bad about gluten unless you're one of the few people who are gluten intolerant, which we're not. Yeah, it could be a mushroom sauce. There's many ways to make a brown sauce. It's funny how people like think gluten is so horrible, but like pastas are food that people enjoy, especially in Italian culture. It's funny how so few of them seem to be gluten intolerant. But out here in the United States, like seems like half the people claim they have a gluten intolerance. Really weird. I don't get how that happens. I think it's just crap they heard on social media that so many people are gluten intolerant, and some are. I'm not denying that, but I think way more people prescribe or perceive themselves as gluten intolerant. I'm with you, AJ. Gluten's a major part of our diet. But I said, if you have gluten sensitivities and it messes you up, yeah, I'm not bagging on you. I just think way more people believe they do than actually have actual gluten sensitivities. That's my guess. Yeah, nothing wrong with a little gluten here, I think. Yeah, Kat, people mix up gluten-free and vegan stuff. No, totally different concepts. Vegan is not a diet. It's not a dietary preference. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. And gluten-free means that for whatever reasons, hopefully because you have a gluten sensitivity, you prefer not to eat foods that have gluten in them. Yeah, praise seitan, huh, Navia? I love my eating some seitan as well. Juan Lopez, one of your cousins and your nephew are diagnosed celiacs. Yeah, people who probably should go gluten-free. You don't have it. I need whole wheat bread with no issues. Yeah, most people are like that. But yeah, I said some people actually have these issues. They get diagnosed and they know that they should avoid gluten. And for them, yeah, totally do it. But yeah, a lot of people think, it's like you see it like in the health section of some restaurants, like gluten-free, like, well, it's not healthier to get a bread without gluten, but if you're gluten sensitive, yeah, you'll feel a lot better with a gluten-free bread. So that's what it is. It's not like, but for everyone else who's fine, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it seems it's more common here in North America than elsewhere in the world, which I don't think that's the case. I just think more people think they should eat gluten-free when they probably don't. What's that, AJ? Gluten sensitivity can be lessened by eating organic whole grain flour from heritage grains. Yeah, that probably makes a big difference, huh? The kinds of grains that are used to make bread, huh? Yeah, there's just not one way of making a whole grain bread, right? It's organic, and then what kind of grains go into it. So yeah, I bet if you measure the people's gluten sensitivities to different grains, it would vary from grain to grain, right? And it probably just so happens the most popular grains are the ones that people are more commonly exposed to. What bread makers choose to use. I'm just taking a guess here. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just putting out some hypotheses here. Yeah, but it did become trendy. I totally agree with you, Visions. Yeah, it seems like a big trend or something like that, you know? Well, whatever. It's just like weird. All of a sudden, people are all gluten sensitive. It's just, yeah, so I'm kind of skeptical. What do I like about playing basketball? First of all, I just enjoy it. You know, it's something I like doing. And I like how I can do it into older age. Like when I was younger, say, I would skate. I was a competitive skateboarder of sorts. And you don't want to skateboard when you're pushing 60. You know, I'm 58 years old. You know, it's not the kind of thing you want to fall and break bones or slam to the ground or anything like that. I like how I can still play basketball and play it and still play it at a pretty high level. Not like a professional level, but I mean competitive at at the gyms and stuff where I play at. So that's why, and it's just a fun sport, you know, and I like how I'm able to use my body as an advantage. I'm tall and I have really long limbs, you know, so I can move my feet pretty quickly for my size. So I like how my body is an asset in basketball. In skateboarding and surfing and running, my size is not an asset. It makes things more difficult. You know, surfing, you want flotation. You want to be buoyant. My big ass body sinks surfboards, makes you have to ride a longer board, just more trouble. Running, the more weight you're carrying as you're running quickly, it's tougher on the body. So that's why you see the elite runners. Not talking about sprinters. I'm talking like distance runners. They're little dudes, you know. But yeah, sprinters can be big dudes like me. But if you're, you know, they're running 50 yards, 100 yards. You know, once you're talking about greater than 200 meters, you know, it's littler dudes, and I'm not a little dude. So I like how in basketball, it's one sport where my body's attributes are an asset. They work for me rather than against me, because some other sports I like, it works against me. Well, I like playing tennis too. I haven't played in a while, but tennis, my body's an asset too. And also what I like about basketball, even though it's a physical game, it's a real thinking person's game too, if you want it to be. You know, if you have decent basketball IQ, as I perceive I do, it's fun. You know, as you get older, I can't do as much physical things as I did before. I'm a very physical player, but I can't do as much stuff. I can't jump as high, or I'm not as fast. So you learn how to like adjust and use your intellect and your senses more to figure out how you can like have an advantage. It's kind of like chess, you know. You're looking for advantages all the time. Even just a little bit of advantage can go a long way. Anyway, what's up, AJ? You feel better when you eat wheat and pasta from countries or farms that don't use like Roundup, right? One thing I want to get into are more like legume pastas, like pastas made out of like beans and mung stuff like that, you know. So I remember liking them before. I just haven't bought any for a while. They're usually a bit more expensive, but there's a reason why. You know, it costs more to make legumes than grains. Yeah, one good food is barley. That's another one that's good for heart health. I'm trying to eat lots of heart healthy food. So that was, I thought, one that's shown to help lower cholesterol as well. It's all these things add up. Having some oatmeal, some Brazil nuts, you know, some healthy grains like that, they can all add up to, you know. So yeah, Dr. Barry just laughing. Oh, it's only like a 6% decrease in LDL. Well, it's just one thing, you know. Try a few other things, it adds up. So how are we doing on this live stream? Let's see. Already about an hour into it. I told Angie, she said, wow, you can do a Tuesday live stream? Wow, trippy, weird. Anyway, I told her I'll do it at least an hour, maybe longer, you know, so it's all working out. Oh, hey, otters and elephants. I remember. I haven't seen you for a bit. You wish you weren't gluten intolerant. It would make your life way easier. I feel for you. I know. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not trying to dismiss gluten intolerance. Yeah, I understand. Some people truly, just don't do well with gluten, and I understand. Yeah, the fewer restrictions you can have, the better. Because I had a little taste of having a restricted vegan diet earlier, back like late November, early December, when I got that dumb urinary tract infection. So I was eating foods that were good for bladder sensitivity, and I had to cut out a lot of stuff for a while, and it was a pain in the butt, you know. It made life way more tricky, and she had to figure out new things to make, and had to eat like I was eating because she's making just one meal for us both. So yeah, now that I can I'm back to eating any kind of plant food again. It's way easier. So I understand the restrictions are a bummer, you know, total bummer. Still getting over a little congestion that's been bugging me for a while, but oh well. I feel good though. My energy's all there. That's why I like going back to that's what I like about my basketball workouts at the gym too. There's a real test of where I'm at. Like if you're getting over a cold, like am I okay yet? Just go out to the basketball court. I'll know in about 15 minutes where I'm at, if I'm like totally normal or not. And that's how I felt today. Totally normal, even though I got a little congestion still from a cold earlier. Anyway, yeah, veganism debunked, right? I had a UTI 6 months ago, my first one in my life, and I got a cold a few weeks ago. So veganism debunked, you know? Like, non-vegans never have these things happen to them. You know, it's unheard of. But anyway, I'm joking. I'm just saying the dumb crap that anti-vegans say. Oh, you guys are getting me hungry, and I'm always hungry on my gym days. It's funny how on Friday it's a gym day for me typically, and that's when I do my regular live streams. And I went to the gym today too, so it's kind of funny. You usually see me if you watch my live streams after I've gone to the gym, and I'm a little on the hungry side. So I'm not always hungry, but on the gym days I'm more hungry because I just went through a bunch of calories, lost a bunch of calories that I normally don't lose on a regular day where I don't go to the gym. So yeah, you guys have any questions? We haven't had anyone try to like troll us, right? I was wondering how I was going to work out doing a daytime live stream. Sort of more trolls would be awake, more anti-vegans. Ooh, sorry, a little hiccup there. Let's see. Let me scroll here, make sure everything's cool. Uh-oh, my hang on, my chat is frozen here. Let me do something here. See if I can fix it. Okay, I fixed it. What do I think about women's sports? They're fine. They're good. Like, what do you mean? I don't watch too much sports, so I don't watch any women's sports typically. But I like watching the ladies Olympic curling. I think they're fun to watch. What else did I miss there? Sorry, I missed a whole bunch of your comments there, so I've been scrolling back up. Let's see. Carmichael says, by the way, you look really freaking good for basically 60. Yeah, I'm 58.9. My birthday's in July. What were you saying? Your dad is 62 and looks about 10 years older than me. Thank you. It's cool. I know I look decent for my age. That's why I laugh when the trolls come on. Hey, you look about like 70. Like, really? I look like 70. Like, you put an image of a 70-year-old next to mine, we're gonna look like really close. Like, no, I know I look all right for my age. So thank you. I'm not trying to brag. I look awesome for my age. I think I look decently okay. So thank you. And looks have nothing to do with it. Looks have nothing to do with what your diet is necessary. There's so many factors. Like, we're talking about like heart disease and being obese or underweight. A lot of genetic factors, lifestyle factors, way beyond just diet. Oh, Juan, thanks for sharing that about other things since people might be sensitive to other than the gluten, like other things and grains. So yeah, nutrition is complicated. Yeah, that's one thing I've realized doing this channel. Not that it's a nutrition-based channel, but it is complicated. Wow, I'm reading what Heidi and AJ are saying. Like, Heidi's saying, I know a girl who tore her ACL, which is a horrible injury. Like, you're out for a long time, and got a cadaver transplant. And AJ's telling Heidi, my late spouse got that operation, and he could run afterward. Wow, he could barely walk before the operation. It was a miracle. Wow. Chickpea pasta, Carmichael. That sounds good. Like some bonza, stuff like that, some legume pastas. I'm getting hungry now thinking about all this. Maybe Angie will let us eat she made salsa like herself. She got them from tomatoes and oregano or whatever, and the guacamole. So I wonder if she'll be keen on us having that not too long after this live stream is over. Anyway, oh, cool, Kat. Well, I'm glad you think I think we're a good bunch of people. I think we're sweet here. So that's encouraging, Kat. I'm glad you like us here. You miss these live streams. I will not try. I will do. I will not just try. I will do. I will do more of these midweek live streams at earlier times, like the time I came on today, maybe even earlier. If I don't go to the gym, I can come on a few hours earlier than this even. So I will do more. Look for midweek live streams on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday at some time, around now to try to break up fights, and it's been successful. But no, I've never fought. Yeah, I still do resistance training, Parth. I still have my setup out in the garage. On my battle ropes, got my weight bench, I got my squat rack, which can, not only just for squats or deadlifts, you can do bench press on it and all that too. So I got all that still. Hey, cool, calm, collected. Yeah, doing a hopefully not so random for the future midweek live stream to try to get more people able, to attend these live streams when, the Friday ones don't work. Hey, Wicked Agenda. No more trolling. That's Carmichael from earlier. So no, we don't need any trolling tonight. Jay, you're vegan but still a smoker? Yeah, there's real no connection. Yeah, I mean, it's veganism is a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It makes no stance on if you smoke or not. I mean, sometimes I'll smoke some legal herb, so it's, nothing unvegan about that. You quoting Yoda there, AJ? Do or do not. There is no try. Yeah, that's what I was in a roundabout saying, huh? I was saying I'm not gonna. I'm listening to Master Yoda there, huh? Yeah, tobacco is indeed a plant for anyone smoking, and cannabis is a plant too. It's the most vegan thing you can do, Parth. I don't know if it's the most vegan thing, but yeah, it's a plant. Let's see. All right, making sure that my comments are still working. Yes, they're still working.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Did you hear that? Did you hear my Apple Assistant? I don't want to say his or her name. I just like to call him Shlomo instead of the other S word that his or her name is. But I didn't say anything, Shlomo. Leave me alone. Okay, so no, it's not a robot voice. It's the male Australian Shlomo voice. I'm not going to say the real Apple Assistant name. I don't want to trigger it or yours or anything like that. But yeah, I've always liked the Australian male. There might be two, but there's one I've been using for a long time. I always thought it sounded pretty realistic. And it just has like a nice kind of vibe to it. I'm just going with the vibes there. I didn't really vibe with the American Shlomo voices, but the Australian dude sounds really cool. Super chill dude voice. And it doesn't sound too robotic. At least if I had it closer, maybe I could ask him something so you can hear his voice. What is the capital of Denmark? Oh, he just showed it to me. Okay. Well, I thought he was going to speak it to me. I know it's Copenhagen. I just thought he would say Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark. But anyway, Peter, one Brazil nut a day and you're still living? Awesome. I don't know what the toxicity levels are on that, but I've read you can eat about one, maybe half a nut a day, something in that ballpark. Do the research. Don't quote me on it, but I thought I read something like that, and you'll still probably be okay as far as selenium goes. Yeah, Shlomo tricked me. Let me do it from afar. Okay, I'm sorry if I set off all your devices right now. Hey Siri, what is the capital of Denmark?
Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark.
You heard that? I got him to say it. Did you think that was a nice, pleasant voice? It sounds super chill. I mean, you don't have to live in Australia to use the Australian male Shlomo voice. Christiana. Yeah, I loved Christiana, Kat. Yeah, I don't know what it's like there anymore, but yeah, this is 1989. I was young. I bought some hash from some dudes there, smoked it, had a really cool time. Yeah, I loved all those houses there, those old military homes and barracks that people took over and were living in it. They painted them really cool. It seemed like this cool alternative society. I thought Copenhagen was cool. I thought Christiana, the city within the city of Copenhagen, was amazing. Is that still around? Or did the authorities finally crack down on it or something? Because that was cool. Let's see, KGB, you use the British female voice. See, you don't have, I don't know, sure if you're United States or not, but yeah, you can pick whatever voice you want, you know? Carmichael, no, I don't think I ever checked any of Michael Jackson's live performances from his tours or anything. You're a real super hardcore Michael Jackson fan, and that's cool. Heidi, you thought it was a good voice too. Yeah, if you're ever wanting to change your Apple Assistant voice, consider the Australian male voice. I just think, yeah, so Angie and I love him. We use him around the house too. If you come around here and talk to our Shlomo, it's his voice. Whatever happened to Bubbles, the Jackson chimp? Oh, I forgot he had a chimp, huh? I don't know, huh? Oh, you don't use the assistant voice there, Heidi? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess I really have my phone talk to me. That's why I was so pissed off when it started talking to me. But around the house, I have a couple home pods, you know, those little things that play music, and that, you know, there's no screen, so it does talk to you. If you ask it a question, it speaks it back to you. And when I'm driving, if I have the voice on, he'll talk to me. But I usually just have alerts only. Like I say, turn right in 3 miles. I don't need to hear it, you know. But anyway. Okay, so Kat over in Copenhagen said, yeah, the authorities did crack down on Christiana, which was like a city within the city of Copenhagen. But it's still around and fun and cozy, just less herbs out in the open. Can people still live in those cool homes? Like, what happened? There's all these cool homes along the little river or lake, whatever it's on. Super beautiful, looks super chill. I thought that was the fantasy. Like, wow, if I could live anywhere in the world, I would live here in Christiana in these cool houses with these cool paintings all over them. They look really rustic. What's up? Did the authorities kick people out of those? I don't know if there was like a legal real estate situation or not. It seemed like there was some kind of squatting situation. I guess I could do my research, but you can tell me about it right now, and I'll look it up later. Same home, same community. Okay, so people still live there. Awesome, cool. I'm glad Christiana survives. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it didn't have to have weed and stuff for it to be a thriving thing. I just liked how it was this cool, seemingly peaceful alternative community to living in like regular society. All right, Peter, I'm probably going to stay on too long, but you love. What's that? You said Cedar? Sorry, I loved for a bit to go on. You left to go on another show, but you're back now. Okay, stay as long as you want. I don't think I'm going to be on too much longer. I've been on an hour and a half, so I'll probably end this up pretty soon. You know, I think this has been a successful midweek live stream. I was afraid it's going to be like 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 lovely people. And like I said, we could have like an intimate, chill, like very personal kind of live stream. Not intimate in a creepy way, you know what I'm saying? Just like intimate, just a few of us. So we can, everyone's voice gets heard no matter what, you know? It's only been an hour and 10 minutes. Let's see. It has only been an hour and 10 minutes. Duh, my math's totally off. Yeah, I thought when I saw 4:30, an hour and a half. I thought, because I always start my live streams at the top of an hour, and duh, I didn't do that today. I just came on when I could. But, oh, Christiana has more vegan food? Oh, tell me more. Like, is there like a vegan restaurant in Christiana, or do they have restaurants there? Like, what's there now? Like, what do you mean they have more vegan food in Christiana? Because that sounds really awesome. You're gonna get me back in Copenhagen. Tell me about this. What's that? Yeah, I'm gonna check out that video you sent me, Peter, about Dr. Berry saying that eating steak is better than eating strawberries. That sounds like another gem from that Einstein. Reading through all the comments that I missed now. What's that, Carmichael? You dance Michael Jackson in your high school talent shows. Awesome. Good for you. So I assume you could moonwalk then, right? Okay, street food. Okay, I should have figured. Okay, that sounds so like what would be in Christiana, street food. They probably had that there when I was there in 1989. I just don't remember. The street food, like small stands with good naan bread and hummus. Damn it, you got me hungry. Gosh darn it. Cat, dang it. I want to go eat some good food now. Damn. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, the point is, we talked about that earlier when you told me about Dr. Barry's video. Don't mono one food. You know, whether it's vegan or not. Like, no health organization says, yeah, just eat one kind of food for the rest of your life. Only grifters tell their followers to do that. You don't see doctors or health organizations say, yeah, if you're vegan, just eat soy for the rest of your life, or just eat potatoes and nothing but potatoes for the rest of your life. And who eats just strawberries, or who eats just meat? Well, no one just eats strawberries, and just foolish carnivores eat just meat. So they're this kind of the same thing I've noticed, like raw, vegan, and carnivore people, even though they have a completely different diet, all meat versus all plants, all uncooked plants, they kind of have the same kind of like non-evidence-based beliefs that lead them to eating in such an extreme way. But anyway, I'm not here to bag on raw people right now or anything. That's for another video, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just pointing out there is a similarity between the two. Yeah, that sounds good. Parth eating a fruit bowl. You guys are making me starving now. Hopefully Angie will be hungry when I'm done with this live stream. If not, I'll just make me a quick little peanut butter and jelly sandwich to get a little food in my belly so I can make it till when she wants to have a proper dinner with the guacamole and salsa she made. I gotta make some chips. I have a bunch of corn tortillas. I'll put them in the air fryer, make some fresh corn chips to go into that salsa and guac. Sounds like heaven. And we actually have a little bit of this very, very delicious French wine. It's called Jacquard. It's from like the base of the Alps. It's a white wine, very bright acidic wine, a lot of mineral. It grows in some kind of limestone soil there. Super delicious wine. Should go nice. Probably not a perfect pairing, but it should go nicely with this. But it's left over from when we had it with an Italian pasta a few nights ago. So anyway, but I got to do some more work after that. It's not a lot. It's like less than half a bottle split between the two of us. So I'll be fine to do work after that. Let's see. Okay, so you do know how to moonwalk. I figured that, Carmichael, if you're doing Michael Jackson dances. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah. Let's see, Heidi, you're having a Trader Joe's Thai tonight. Trader Joe's Mai Tai? Is that what you're talking about there? Let me know. I've never even looked at their liquor. When I go, I'll look at their wine section, particularly their Italian wine section, which is actually my store really good. It probably is at most Trader Joe's, I assume. AJ had the best vegan naan at this Indian restaurant in Southwest Florida. That's cool when they make naan bread vegan, because it's usually not. So yeah, if you can find some good vegan naan bread, yeah, jump on it. Wow, Peter. Because I just mentioned how I'm going to make corn tortillas in your air fryer. You did the same thing. You put some tortillas in your air fryer to make some chips once, and you guess the air fryer, it blew it up into the vent and it started to smoke and your alarm went off. Wow, scary. Wow, that's scary. I'll make sure my my air fryer is clean and no weird debris or something like that. That's frightening. And you never found a restaurant that had vegan naan bread since? See, yeah. So yeah, appreciate that when you're there next time. Hopefully you'll be back there. I know you're not going down to Florida as much lately. Oh, you guys are making me... No more talking about food, guys. Please don't do that. Don't talk about food anymore. Oh, man. It's my own fault for exercising earlier today. Okay, cool, Peter. I'm glad nothing bad happened. How does my guac compare to Chipotle's? I actually don't remember what Chipotle's guac is like. We haven't been to Chipotle in maybe like a year or two or so. Kind of just hit that once in a while. when we're out and about. So yeah, I'm sure it's better because Angie made it here at home. You know, but yeah, don't they make theirs in store in restaurant? I thought. No, AJ's right, Parth. Yeah, when we go to the Indian restaurants, we can't get the naan. There's some kind of butter or ghee or something like that in there, unless they make a specific vegan naan bread. And sometimes they'll make other kinds of bread that are not naan bread, but an Indian type of bread, you know, that doesn't have any butter or ghee. And we'll get those. Chipotle went down. Chipotle's still around. Maybe yours went down, but the Chipotle Corporation and restaurants still exist. Or you meant down. You like the quality from back. That's how things happen. Things start off usually smaller, higher quality. You get bigger, more corporate, and shitification happens. Your product gets worse and an attempt to maximize profits. Customers lose out, but the company wins. You know, it sucks. That's kind of the whole process of capitalism, unfortunately. Cool, calm, collected. You started skateboarding again since you dread doing leg day at the gym. How old are you for skateboarding, if you don't mind sharing? Because I tell you, I used to love skateboarding. I still buy skater clothes. You know, there's a skate shop not too far from me here that I can walk to and buy pants from. I've gotten 3 pairs of skater pants from them. They look cool on me. But I don't ride. I kind of look like when I go in there, I kind of look like a skater, sort of. But they're asking me a question when I bought the pants last time. They're being cool. Hey, what are you going to do today? What are you doing after this, after I bought the pants? Oh, it was on a Friday, actually. I said, I'm going to do a live stream. Not a skater one, but I just, yeah, talking about my vegan channel. So they're really cool. Yeah, that's cool. There's cool businesses here in Long Beach, cool people. Let's see. That's cool, Carmichael. You could do the Billie Jean dance routine. That's awesome. That's really smooth. Let's see. I'm reading your guys' comments here. Let me get a little bit more water. That'll help me out. By the way, VD, are you watching, VD? Remember you said like 3, 4, or 5 years ago I was going bald and shit? What do you think? No, I mean, my hair is still not as thick as it was when I was 30 or 40, but not going bald yet, VD. Just point out, nothing wrong with being bald, too. I'm just pointing out how she just makes fun of people just lying about their physical attributes. So just point out, VD, you're lying. If you were right, you know, it should have progressed to be worse now, and my hair looks pretty much the same as it was when you were attacking my appearances last like 3, 4, 5 years ago. Still the same. Just point out, VD, I'm not wearing a hat today. But does she not make attack videos against vegans' appearances anymore? Peter's telling me. Okay, cool, calm, collected. So you're still skating at age 31. Good for you. That's old. That's grandpa age in skateboard years, but good for you. And you're 7 years vegan. Awesome. Never go back. Yeah. Once you see animal cruelty and exploitation is wrong, once you realize, understand, comprehend that animal cruelty and exploitation are wrong, and you realize how easy it is to eat plants and, you know, plant-based food, vegan stuff, vegan dishes, recipes, restaurants, you know, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Maybe it's harder in the 90s and 80s and stuff like that. 2026, even though we're post that, you know, big trendiness that happened in vegan like in 2017, 18, 19. Still, there's still plenty of vegan restaurants, plenty of vegan products, plant-based products. It's not that tough. 31 is grandpa, Parth. No, I was talking about in skateboarding years. Like, you know, that's old for a skater. But if you're outside the skateboarding world, it's a perfectly awesome age. You know, I don't think too many pro skaters, I can't wait to get to be 31. Okay, about VD. So she does make videos, but she's being more careful because she got too many strikes. She's not even monetized anymore, and she shouldn't be. She shouldn't get paid for attacking innocent people's appearances with her stupid lies. So I'm glad she's not monetized. Yeah, 31 is a great age as far as physical performance, Parth. I'm not talking about like, yeah, you're 31, yeah, your physical performance, that's a great time. A lot of athletes peak in their late 20s, even early 30s. They're still rocking really hard. So yeah, nothing wrong with being 31 as far as like your physical prowesses go. What, Peter? Tony Hawk was promoting vegan chocolate, but he's not vegan? Really? What's up with that? I didn't hear about that. I've skated with Tony Hawk before, by the way. We're around the same age. Oh, you can do the beat it dance too? Awesome. That's an awesome dance, yeah. Cool, you're so hardcore Michael Jackson. That's awesome. Cool, calm, collected. You're the fun uncle with no kids of your own. That's what I am too. We go visit our families and their kids, and I love the little kids. Now they're bigger kids, and but yeah, no kids of our own. That was by choice too. Yeah. Anyway, I guess it wasn't in the cards for you. But you're 31. You still might have kids later on. I'm not having kids. I'm 58. We're past that. Well, what's that? It seems like VD's mostly going after Mike. Mike the vegan? What is she saying about Mike the vegan? Is she attacking him on his science? Because as I've pointed out, that's not her wheelhouse. Her wheelhouse is making up lies about vegans' appearances. When she dabbles into science, it is not a good thing. It's just not her thing at all. It was not what she was put on earth to do. She was put on earth to bag on vegans' appearances through lies. I can't. What was she saying about Mike the vegan? What the hell? Oh, Heidi, your battery's low. Oh, I didn't know you're watching on a mobile device. Yeah, I'll probably be on just a little bit more. I've been on an hour and 22 minutes now. Probably go about an hour and a half, 7.5 more minutes. And then I'm gonna have to go eat some food because you guys are making me hungry because we're not stopping or just talking about eating. Yeah, I totally skated with Tony Hawk. Yeah, at a skate park in Whittier, California called Skate City. He wasn't even a pro then. He was an amateur skateboarder. He was, you could tell he was talented. You could tell he had something to him. I had no idea he was going to become probably the most iconic skateboarder in history. But yeah, I skated with him as an amateur. I can't say for sure if I ever like chatted and hung out with him or anything like that. But I remember skating with Tony Hawk multiple times. I just remembered him because I saw there's something about him you could tell. There's something kind of special about him. And he had that cool name too, so you wouldn't forget that. Parth, you're all my children? Cool. Yes, you guys are all my children. Oh, you got snipped? Cool. Oh, I guess you won't have kids then, huh? Let's see. So what's up, Peter? You didn't tell me. Why is she picking on Mike for? What did Mike the vegan do? Kat, you haven't been active in vegan social media in a few years, but it's nice to be back and see familiar faces and hear familiar names. Well, come back, and if you're still if you're awake on my normal Friday live streams, they happen on Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific. And to put that in perspective, right now, for me, it's 4:45 p.m. So it'd be like a little more than an hour from right now. Whatever the top of the next hour is for you, add another hour onto that. That's when I usually do my Friday live streams. And I fully understand how most people in Europe are asleep right then, as you should be. It's like the middle of the night almost. It's probably pretty late for you right now. Just to let you know, that's when I do my weekly live streams. When I pledge, I'm gonna not do this like I will do more of these midweek live streams. I probably won't go as long. I'll probably limit them to like an hour and a half or so, like I'm doing today. But again, and it's worked out. My intention, my hope, my hypothesis, would there be like new people who can't come on the Friday live streams for whatever reasons? I mentioned a whole bunch right there. So I'm glad. It's almost 2 a.m. for you right now. See, so you should go into bed. But I promise, on future midweek live streams, I will come on earlier. It's not going to just be this time I did today. I just happened to go to the gym today. I got cleaned up, ate a little bit. So this is the soonest I could get on today. On a day where I don't go to the gym, I can come on way earlier than this. So yeah, I'm going to have that midweek live stream kind of be a wild card as to what day it will be, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what time exactly. It's going to kind of rotate around so I can try to cast a wide net to get as many people to come and be in live. Pull you guys in is like a net. It's a horrible metaphor. I'm sorry. Yeah, Skated with Tony Hawk. You had a Tony Hawk skateboarding video game for the PS2. Yeah, I had that too. It was probably the same one. It was a PS2 Tony Hawk skater or something like that. Yeah, I remember that game. So anyway, okay, you got the notification right away too. Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to make sure you catch all my live streams, so I know a lot of you guys are locked into the Friday live stream. You just know it's happening. You know, it's as predictable and regular as the sun rising. You know, Friday 6 p.m. I'm coming on. This midweek one, not as predictable as I just said. So if you haven't already, just click over to the notification bell right on our channel or whatever page you're watching on there. Next to our username, you should see that little bell. Click on that, so that way you'll know right when I come on. Like AJ got the notification right away, because you'll want that, because because you won't know when I'm coming on. I'm not going to schedule it like an hour or 5 hours or a day ahead of time. I'm just going to hit go live immediately. Just come on, because if I try to plan it, it's not going to happen. I'm bad at that. Yeah, more than just subscribed, okay? Because subscribed is one thing, but subscribe doesn't really mean anything anymore. Because when you're subscribed to a channel, doesn't mean you're going to get the content in your feed. There's so many channels I'm subscribed to, and I never see them show up in my algorithmically derived YouTube feed of videos to watch. So the notification bell gives an extra kick of priority to the channel that you're following. So make sure you do that. That way, when I come on, you get notification, and our content might actually show up in your feed, which it might not have been. So cool, yeah. But yeah, the notification bell is the most important way to get notified for new videos from me, new shorts from Angie, the live streams when I'm coming on. I don't want to seem like I'm plugging too hard, but I just want to let you know the difficulties of living in a social media world where it's not what you're subscribed to that determines what you see on your feeds. It's the algorithm. So you really got to hit the subscription bell, the notification bell, not just subscribe, but the notification bell. I'd rather have people just not even subscribe and just hit the notification bell. Subscribers don't really mean anything anymore. It's really just getting notified, having the algorithm suggest the content when it's out. So that's me just telling you the realities of how YouTube works. So take that for what you want, but I'm not trying to tell you got to do this to help me. It's just so you get notified. If you really want to see the content, you got to hit the bell to really have a fighting chance to be informed of when I'm doing stuff or when a new video is coming out. But anyway, guys, let's call it a night here. It's already an hour 28 almost into this live stream, and this was a smashing success. I'm glad so many people from Fridays were able to come, and so many people who are not able to, who can't come on Fridays, were here today, particularly European people like Kat. And just a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time who probably just can't come for Fridays for some reason. And like Gladys, I haven't seen you in a little bit, Gladys. So yeah, I'll be back Friday, normal live stream time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So there probably won't be a regular response video this week. I tell you, I'm trying to alternate, like on say week number A, do a response video. Week number B, I'm using the word number there. Week number B, do a midweek live stream. Kind of alternate that. I think that'll be a good flow for me to try for 2026. I was looking for new ways to, do Happy Holly Vegan here. Oh, Nikki Tofu, I'm leaving right now, Nikki. So I'll see you Friday. But yeah, just trying to get some people who can't make it on the Friday live streams with these. I'm going to try to alternate bi-monthly midweek live streams, guys. So thanks so much for being here. Appreciate all your super chat tips there, AJ, Dr. Chain, and Chain All Noirs. I wonder if that's the same person. They had Chain in their name both times. Interesting. Thanks for your super chat tips. Thanks for everyone for coming and participating and all your comments and making this community exist on a Tuesday that only seems to exist on Fridays. So I'm going to try to make it more days of the week, guys. So thanks so much. Peace to y'all. And remember, it doesn't suck being vegan, and hope to see a lot of you guys Friday, 6 p.m. I'll see you guys then. Much love to you guys all. All right. Bye-bye.